From his early diving experiences in the Navy until his passing last year, few names have been so tightly tied to underwater photography as Jim Church. Jim Church was born in 1932 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and migrated to California when his family moved there during World War II due to his father's failing health. His father's death made him the man of the house at only 13, so Jim began work as a welder, a trade he had learned and practiced through high school to earn money for the family. Outside of his immediate family and his shipmates, many would be surprised by Jim's musical talent with the trumpet. After high school, Jim joined the Navy, putting his welding trade to practice for a 5-year hitch. During that time, he realized that without a college education, he would always be an enlisted man. Returning to California from active duty, he attended Napa Junior College in San Jose State, earning a business degree. He later received his master's degree from the University of Hawaii. Jim's teaching career began as a business instructor at Gilroy High School, not far from Monterey Bay. While living in Gilroy, he often ventured to the bay, where he began diving and spearfishing. By 1964, Jim had largely replaced his spear gun with a camera, a love that blossomed as he began taking underwater pictures professionally with a variety of cameras. Always the educator, Jim wanted to share his passion by teaching others underwater photography, finding a willing partner to that end, Skin Diver magazine. In the May 1966 issue, Skin Diver published his first article, A Beginner's Guide to Underwater Photography. In 1969, Jim married Kathy, and together they were a successful professional photographic team until 1987. After his first article, Jim became a regular contributor to Skin Diver magazine. His articles appeared in almost every issue from May 1966 to January 1999, with at least one article appearing in each for 20 years running. Many of today's professional underwater photographers started their careers with a camera in one hand and Jim's articles or books in the other. Although Jim stopped writing his monthly column in 1999, he continued writing for the rest of his life. Beyond Skin Diver and his books, Jim's photos and articles have appeared in hundreds of places: dive, travel, and photo magazines, advertisements for Nikon, Kodak, and others, books including The Ocean World of Jacques Cousteau. A recent assignment took Jim to Bikini Atoll for the Discovery Channel. As Jim's underwater photography career expanded, so did his enthusiasm for teaching it. In 1989, he began teaching underwater photography on the aggressor fleet vessels, a teaching environment he found effective and flexible. It must have been, with many of Jim's students returning repeatedly for more classes and more diving. A natural teacher, Jim's ability to share underwater photography carried easily into his underwater photography instruction books. His first, Beginning Underwater Photography, appeared in 1972 and ran for 5 editions. His 2 strobe photography books were not only well received, but they are now collector's items. Jim also lectured at dive expositions around the United States. Presenting a variety of lectures and seminars, he had a knack for simplifying even apparently complex underwater photo challenges.
Hi, I'm Jim Church. I've been teaching underwater photography for over 30 years.
He took the mystery out of balancing sunlight and strobe, managing TTL exposure, working with multiple strobes, and shooting in turbid water. His seminars were considered a must-attend by beginning and advanced photographers alike. As video emerged in the 1980s and 1990s, it was only natural that Jim turned his attention to taking this medium underwater. Quickly proving himself masterful with motion imaging, he lectured and wrote about the art and science of underwater videography. He became known for his 15 practice drills for camera handling, which he combined with professional techniques for planning and shooting an underwater video that tells a story. As an author, educator, and lecturer, Jim shared his knowledge unselfishly with countless individuals, most of whom consider themselves blessed for having known him. Some are today's leading underwater photographers. The dive community lost Jim on December 31, 2002, when he passed away at his home in Florida after a brief illness. But we will never lose our memories of him, his wit, and his passion. His images and writing will inspire and instruct diver generations to come, and his legacy lives safely in the hearts of the friends and students who loved him.